Hey, true believers, Zanglantine here. So while I was reading comics and getting caught up to do a couple of Marvel vs. DC videos, I ran across this gem. And let me tell you, so far, DC Comics and Hanna-Barbera has been a great partnership. They really have. Check out the Jetsons, Flintstones, Future Quest, all really good. So when they said they were going to be doing Snagglepuss, I kind of understood where they were going to go with this. There is absolutely no way you couldn't, because Snagglepuss, let's just say his sexuality was never in question. So I wasn't surprised to see that's the direction they took him here. What I was surprised to find out was it's really set in the it's set in the 50s, but it has the Dorothy Parker and the Algonquin Round Table, which was a group of critics and writers, actors, and they gathered around in the Algonquin Hotel, and basically they were just pretentious douches. And I was actually surprised they brought them in. It was really deep, because not only did they bring him in, but they brought in McCarthy era as well. So you're dealing with the blacklisting of subversive writers, actors, basically everybody in the Round Table. I mean, they focus on that, and they deal with the House of Un-American, I know that's not what they called it, House of Un-American, whatever, HUAC. But they do it in such a good way. This is an enjoyable story. Granted, if you get triggered easily, this will not be your book, because he does go from his quote-unquote wife to his boyfriend. But the boyfriend's a human. Snagglepuss in all ways is Hanna-Barbera's Pink Panther. So, yeah, sorry, gang, that's just a little bit too much. So, yeah, I had a little trouble with that. At least they could have made the boyfriend another anthropomorphic animal, the way Snagglepuss is. So, yeah, it creeps into some, well, creepy territory a couple of times. Not to say that the story's bad. I'm actually really impressed with how good the story is. Yeah, see, right there, that's the paneling. No, it does not work. That part does not work. And I mean, it really takes you out, because wait a second, what are you trying to do here? What is the point of having the cat kiss the guy? It would have worked just as well were it two humans or two anthropomorphic animals, not bringing in the bestiality with it. And it undercuts the message that the boyfriend is trying to convey. He was in Cuba when Bastille came, and he thought everything's going to be okay and everybody's good. But when things started going bad, they needed a scapegoat. And, of course, it was the gay people they turned to goat those scapes. And I thought, okay, well, that's pretty good. And it does parallel stuff that happens today. The problem is, of course, is the way we see things. Some people would see the right as the evil. Some people would see the left as the evil. It's never so much, oh my gosh, we have to stop evil from coming. It's, do you actually see the other side as evil or not? That's the question I would bring up with this. But that's just me. The book itself does not even bring up that question. It knows exactly what side the good side is on, and what side the good people are on, and what side the bad people are on. Let's just go with that. This is identity politics. The entire book is identity politics. It's done well. I'm not going to lie to you. This is done well. Mainly because it's done with a character that it fits. Snagglepuss, if you're going to do this story with a Hanna-Barbera character, Snagglepuss is the character that you would do it with. It's not like he's taking one of the Flintstones and going, hey, Barney's gay now, or anything like that. It's Snagglepuss. And the setting, the time that they have him in, even though characters don't exactly belong there, it's obvious, obviously it's not our universe, so they can play around with that kind of thing all they want. And it's, like I said, it's done well. it takes a look at things, granted a little bit ham-fistedly, but it works. And I think it's because of the setting it's in. This is the time that this stuff would be going on. If you want to talk about, people fighting for their rights, yeah, this is a good time to be in. It's better that they set this in the past than have it as a modern day story. If he was in the modern day, it would just be blah, 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 yada, yada. You're arguing and yelling for rights you already have. Just let me eat my chicken sandwich and go along. I could understand also if people are turned off by it because of the identity politics, because of the McCarthyism, because of the Dorothy Parker, all of that. Yeah, the pretentiousness. I can actually understand that, because if you don't want any politics or any identity politics, and trust me, I hate identity politics, this is not the book for you. But if you don't mind if they're there, if they're done properly, then you can get into this book. So, can I recommend it? No. Just because if I did recommend it, it would have that big asterisk beside it. I can say I enjoyed it, but I definitely wouldn't put my reputation on it. I did like the fact that as they're trying to destroy Snagglepuss' reputation at the end, you see that he's going into Stonewall, and if you know what happened at Stonewall, it should make for an interesting next issue.